Number 1, 2026 Volkswagen T-Roc today. We've got our hands on one of the most anticipated compact crossovers of the year. This car has come a long way since its debut. And in this video, we're going to dive into every little detail from its fresh exterior design and high-tech interior to how it performs on the road, pricing, and whether it's worth your money. So buckle up and let's get into it. Let's start by talking about the first thing you notice, the exterior. The 2026 T-Roc gets a sharper, more refined look compared to the outgoing model. Up front, Volkswagen has redesigned the grille to be sleeker and more integrated with the headlights, which now feature a full-width LED light bar that adds a premium touch. The daytime running lights have a distinctive new signature, and the bumper design is more aggressive, with sharper lines and a slightly wider stance, giving it a sportier character. Moving around to the side, the silhouette remains familiar, but it's clearly more sculpted. You'll notice new alloy wheel designs, available in sizes ranging from 17 to 19 inches depending on the trim, and they look fantastic in motion. The roofline is subtly sloped, adding a coupe-like feel without sacrificing rear headroom. View has also refined the character lines on the doors for a more dynamic presence, and the blacked-out pillars give it that floating roof aesthetic that's become quite trendy in this segment. Around back, the T-Roc continues to impress. The taillights now feature a new 3D LED design with animated indicators, which look especially slick at night. The rear bumper has also been revised to include integrated reflectors and a faux diffuser, depending on the trim. There's also a new hands-free power liftgate option, which is super convenient if your hands are full with groceries or gear. Overall, the 2026 model manages to look more mature, more confident, and more upscale without losing the youthful energy that has made the T-Roc so popular. Once you step inside, the improvements are even more noticeable. Volkswagen has clearly taken customer feedback seriously. The dashboard layout is more modern, featuring a new 10.25-inch digital cockpit as standard across all trims, and a larger floating infotainment display that now measures up to 12.9 inches on higher trims. It's faster, more responsive, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto right out of the box. Soft touch materials are used generously throughout the cabin, and the ambient lighting now offers up to 30 customizable colors, which adds a really nice atmosphere during night drives. The center console has been cleaned up, with touch-sensitive climate controls replacing the old physical knobs, though this might divide opinion. Storage spaces are well thought out, and there's a wireless charging pad, multiple USB ports, and improved cue folders with anti-slip inserts. Seating comfort is another big win. For the 2026 T-Roc, the front seats offer better bolstering and come with optional heating, ventilation, and even massage functions in the higher trims. In the rear, the space is ample for a compact crossover, with generous knee and headroom for adults. The rear seats fold down in a 60/40th split, expanding cargo space to over 1,200 liters, perfect for weekend getaways or hauling sports gear. Now let's get into performance. The 2026 T-Roc comes with multiple powertrain options, depending on the market. The base model gets a turbocharged 1.5-liter TSI engine that delivers 150 horsepower and is paired with a 7-speed DSG automatic transmission. This setup is smooth and efficient, ideal for daily commuting and light road trips. For those wanting more punch, there's a 2.0-liter TSI engine with up to 190 horsepower and optional 4-motion all-wheel drive, giving you more confidence in rough weather or spirited driving. Fuel economy remains strong, with the 1.5 TSI averaging around 6.0 liters per 100 kilometers in mixed driving, thanks in part to cylinder deactivation technology. There are also hybrid options rumored to arrive later in the production year, including a plug-in hybrid variant that could offer over 60 kilometers of electric-only range on the road. The T-Roc feels balanced and composed. Steering is precise, and the suspension setup manages to absorb most bumps without feeling too soft. It handles corners with confidence and remains stable at highway speeds. Noise insulation has also improved, making the cabin quieter and more comfortable on longer journeys. Driving modes let you toggle between eco, comfort, sport, and individual settings, which tweak throttle response, steering weight, and even suspension feel if equipped with adaptive dampers. When it comes to pricing, the 2026 T-Roc starts at around $28,000 for the base model and climbs up to about $38,000 for the fully loaded R-line trim with all the bells and whistles. That places it competitively within the compact crossover segment. You're getting a lot for your money-strong tech features. Sharp looks, solid build quality, and that all-important German engineering if you're in the market for a small SUV that doesn't compromise on style, technology, or comfort. The 2026 Volkswagen T-Roc should absolutely be on your shortlist. It's not the most rugged off-roader out there, but that's not what it's trying to be. It's an urban-focused, design-conscious, and very capable compact SUV that brings a refined experience to everyday driving. To wrap it all up, the 2026 T-Roc is a well-rounded upgrade that builds on the strengths of its predecessor while ironing out some of its previous weak spots. It looks better, drives better, and feels more premium inside. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upgrading from a hatchback, or looking to downsize from a larger SUV, the T-Roc makes a compelling case. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the review. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Volkswagen T-Roc, Number 2, 2026 Honda CR-V. Today we got something really exciting for you. We're diving deep into whether you're a fan of Honda's legendary reliability or just looking for a versatile, family-friendly SUV, the 2026 CR-V might just be the perfect option for you. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's take a full tour and review of this latest generation crossover. Now, first impressions matter, and the moment you lay eyes on the 2026 CR-V, Honda has stepped up their game once again. The front end is bold and assertive, with a more upright stance that gives the vehicle a confident, planted look. The grille has been slightly widened and now features a more intricate mesh pattern, with the Honda badge prominently placed in the center. The LED headlights have been slimmed down and stretched wider, giving it a sleeker, more premium feel. One standout change is the new DRL signature. It wraps around the edges of the headlights, almost giving off an Audi-like vibe, but still retaining that familiar Honda identity, * walking around to the side. The body lines are smoother and more refined compared to the previous generation. Honda has done a great job tightening up the proportions. The 2026 CR-V sits a bit longer and lower, which not only helps with aerodynamics but also improves the overall aesthetic. Wheel sizes range from 18 to 20 inches depending on the trim, and the design is noticeably more dynamic. Flush-mounted door handles give it a more modern, upscale appearance, while subtle chrome accents on the window surrounds and roof rails add a touch of class without being too flashy. The side profile communicates functionality and style in equal measure. * around back, Honda continues the clean and sophisticated design language. The taillights now extend more horizontally across the rear, with a smoked finish that enhances the sporty character. The rear bumper is slightly more sculpted than before, with black cladding that integrates well with the dual exhaust outlets on the sportier trims. The CR-V badge is placed confidently on the tailgate, and there's a new gloss black trim piece that runs between the taillights for a touch of contrast. The rear hatch opens up wide, making it super easy to load and unload cargo, a small detail, but one that families will really appreciate. * now stepping inside, this is where the 2026 CR-V truly shines. The interior has taken a massive leap in terms of materials, layout, and technology. Right away, you're greeted with soft-touch surfaces, premium stitching, and a more minimalist dashboard layout that's heavily inspired by the latest Civic and Accord. The center touchscreen has grown, now offering a crisp 10.2-inch display on the higher trims, and it runs Honda's latest infotainment software, which is more responsive and finally supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard across the lineup. The digital instrument cluster is clean and customizable, giving you a choice of layouts depending on whether you want a more classic or techy feel. The steering wheel feels solid in hand with well-placed controls that are intuitive to use. Climate controls are thankfully still physical dials, a major win in a world of touch-sensitive everything. And yes, there's ambient lighting now available, which adds a subtle luxury vibe during night drives. Seating comfort is excellent. Honda has redesigned the seats to offer more support on long drives, and both front and rear passengers have more space thanks to that slightly longer wheelbase. Rear legroom is especially generous, making this a great option for families with growing kids or those doing frequent road trips. The cargo area is just as impressive, with a low lift-over height and a flat-load floor when the rear seats are folded. Practicality has always been a CR-V strength, and this 2026 model continues that tradition beautifully. Under the hood, you've got two main powertrain options for 2026. The base models come with a 1.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder that puts out around 190 horsepower and 179 pounds-ft of torque, paired with a continuously variable transmission. It's smooth, efficient, and great for everyday driving. But if you want more performance and better fuel economy, the hybrid model is where things get interesting. It combines a 2.0-liter engine with two electric motors, producing a total of 204 horsepower. The hybrid is not just quicker off the line, it's also incredibly efficient, with EPA ratings reaching into the high 40s for MPG in the city, depending on trim. All-wheel drive is available across the board, and Honda has retuned the suspension slightly to offer better ride comfort without compromising handling. It's not a sports SUV by any means, but it feels planted and confident, whether you're zipping through city streets or cruising down the highway. Now, when it comes to pricing, the 2026 CR-V offers a broad range depending on how you spec it. The base LX model starts just under $31,000, and you still get a solid list of standard features like Honda Sensing Safety Tech, LED lighting, and alloy wheels. Move up to the X or XL and you're looking at mid to high $30,000 range, which adds things like the larger screen, sunroof, power tailgate, and leather seats. The Sport Hybrid and Sport Touring trims push closer to $40,000, but they're loaded with everything from upgraded audio systems to navigation and dual-zone climate control. Honestly, for what you get, especially in the hybrid trims, the CR-V still represents strong value in today's SUV market. So, would we recommend the 2026 Honda CR-V? Absolutely. Honda didn't reinvent the wheel here, but they've polished and refined nearly every part of an already excellent formula. It's more stylish, more spacious, and smarter than ever before, while still being incredibly practical and reliable. If you're looking for a compact SUV that checks nearly every box, the 2026 CR-V should be at the top of your list. That wraps up our in-depth look at the 2026 Honda CR-V. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Have you driven the new CR-V yet? Are you leaning toward the hybrid? Let's chat. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.